So the poem I'll be talking about today is Sadness by Aaron Hansen. And I feel as if this poem makes a good connection to Holden in The Catcher in Rye, but I'll talk about that later on. So first off, Aaron Hansen, she starts off the poem by saying, "They say happiness will find you, but I think sadness will find you too. It sneaks up on you in the darkness just when you think you've made it through. It opens holes in what was solid ground, the kind you never know are there until you go and take another step." So basically what she's saying in these couple of lines is that in your life you will have happiness and it will be good, but then within that happiness, darkness and sadness will find you, and it will happen when you least expect it. And it will happen like you would never expect it. You would never know it was there until it actually hits you. And she goes off by talking about how in one's life, if your life goes downhill, she says, as you continue to plummet down, you can't remember how it started, and you don't know when it will end, but you know that you'd give anything to stand up on your feet again. So she's talking about as like someone's life going downhill. You can't really remember how it started, like what caused it. Like I know some people might know, but most people, they're just there as they're going downhill. And I know a lot of people would change it if they really could, but it takes a lot of strength to do that. And she's saying that basically you need to find that strength to get it back up on your feet again, but it's really hard to do. And if someone doesn't do that, they will eventually hit rock bottom. And she says, so when you finally hit rock bottom and you look back up at the sky, what once seems so far away, the only thing left to do is cry. So basically she's saying, when you finally hit rock bottom in your life, all you can basically do is either try to change yourself, but you also look back at those good memories you once had with either family members or friends or just enjoying a thing you did. And all you have left to do is just cry and try to save yourself. But also comes in the people in your life or just people in general saying to save yourself and say happiness or hope, but it's just not easy. It's not just about words, it's about actions. And she says that most of these people are just too busy with their lives to realize that it'd be a lot quicker if they just let the rope down. So basically she's saying when you're rock bottom and you're in that hole, it would be a lot easier for some people to get back out of it if someone just dropped a rope down and helped them out of it and really showed them that they cared and tried to help them. And now back to The Catcher in Rye. I feel like this poem connects to Holden, and he's the main character in Catcher in Rye because he talks about how his childhood was lousy and he didn't like his childhood and he's not really a happy guy. And at his prep school in Pennsylvania, he's getting kicked out because he's failing 4 of his 5 classes, and he says that he comes across as if he really doesn't care, but I feel deep down he does, but he just doesn't have like anyone in his life that he could really sit down and talk to. Like he says that he likes his brother, but his brother's all the way out in Hollywood doing his own thing, writing books, and I feel that Holden is alone inside and he doesn't really have anyone that he can really talk to, like his parents. Like my parents are there for me, and if I have anything to ever say or anything that's on my mind, I could speak to them. But I feel that Holden doesn't think he can do that with his parents because his parents aren't really mentioned in the story that much in the first 2 chapters. But I feel like Holden says he's not, but I feel like he does realize that he's almost at rock bottom and he is plummeting down. But I feel like he does really want to change himself.